Doubling down, today Governor Ron DeSantis defended his decision to suspend the state attorney in Hillsborough County yesterday.
The governor says it's because the prosecutor is not doing his job as the law demands. But political experts say there's more to that story. WESH News' Marley Martinez joins us live in studio to explain. Marley.
Part of this has to do with state policies, but another large part, politics.
Facing off, Governor Ron DeSantis and now recently suspended State Attorney Andrew Warren both aren't backing down.
I'm still doing this job as state attorney.
On Thursday, Warren says he's not packing up, just hours after the governor suspended him. But by Friday morning, the state attorney's website bore a new name and displayed a photo of Warren's replacement being sworn in. DeSantis stood by his decision.
And we had evidence that you had a fellow over in Tampa that had basically said there's certain things he's just not going to enforce.
The governor says he suspended Warren for neglect of duty, specifically pointing to these two letters that Warren signed along with prosecutors across the country, vowing not to prosecute people who seek, provide, or support abortions. Warren also condemned future laws that would criminalize transgender people and gender-affirming health care.
Some of these rogue prosecutors that basically say they are not going to enforce certain laws that they don't like, that they put their personal conception of, quote, social justice over what the law and their constitutional oath require.
UCF political science professor Aubrey Jewett says Warren is now the latest target in the governor's crosshairs. His suspension comes 4 months after DeSantis stripped Disney of its governing powers. This after the corporation denounced the state's Don't Say Gay law, as critics call it.
This is one more example of Governor DeSantis going after the woke crowd, whether it's a state attorney or a corporation or educators.
While the governor's move is partly about policies, Jewett says it's also about politics.
And really appealing to his conservative base across the country, and particularly Republicans who might vote in a presidential primary.
And that's what Warren says his suspension is all about.
I think the governor is trying to make a good impression on the Iowa caucus voters for 2024.
Coming up at 6, we talk with a local legal expert about whether the state attorney's suspension will be permanent. Summer, Stewart.